So we talked a lot about a bunch of different things. Today, 2019, how do you define your happiness? Like everyone, I think there's, like I talked about earlier, there's this assumption that at some point everyone's just dying to jump back into pro wrestling. But you've had all these other endeavors and you're happily married. How do you define happiness for yourself after coming through all these trials and tribulations? And what's your advice to everyone who's kind of going through that walking through the fires and life's got them down or they're beyond frustrated and they don't know their way out? Like, wow, what life advice can you give them? And how did you get through all this?
Well, life right now is a little complicated, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Politically, I think I've never seen anything like it. I think it's interesting when our two-party political system is almost racially divided to where I'm at the point, and everyone's going to love this, you know, call me a liberal or whatever. I'm just a human being who thinks if you think somebody is not as good as you because of where they come from or the color of their skin, I've had it with you. And I've always felt this way. But my wife is brown. And I never, ever looked at her like that. I've never been like, I married a brown lady. To me, I just married a human being, right? We're walking down the street the other day. This is in Milwaukee. And a car goes driving by. And this lady sticks her head out and yells, "Go home! Go where you came from!" And I immediately am going, oh shit, am I wearing Cubs gear? I took my hat off. I thought I was wearing Cubs gear and this was a Brewers fan. And I realized, nope, no Cubs gear. And then I looked at my wife. She didn't think it was as funny as I thought it was. Because I thought it was fucking funny because I have never been, that's my fucking privilege, right? I've never been in a situation, well, except in Japan once, the little kids were running at me doing this. But again, I thought that shit was funny because nobody's ever used the color of my skin or like where I came from to try to make me feel bad. So it doesn't exist in my fucking head. I was like, that was some funny shit. And I saw like, my wife wasn't so fucking pleased. You know, she was fucking kind of bummed. And I think we live in a world now, like I explained to her, like again, I'm not a fucking tough guy, but I told my wife, I said, if we're ever in that situation in public and somebody says that shit to you, I'm going to hand you my car keys and my wallet. I said, and we'll deal with the shit on the fucking 9 o'clock news. Oh, why did you do that? Because I think everybody needs to be held accountable. Everybody needs to be held accountable. And I think you talk about like my happiness, that is my happiness. My happiness is my wife and my dog. Not necessarily in that order sometimes. But I wake up every day and I try not to start my day by grabbing my phone. I try to just kind of sit there and just be like, I woke up today. That's pretty fucking cool. Like, I don't have a set schedule. I don't really have anybody to answer for except for my dog and my wife. And I just try to do shit every day that, like I said, not only makes me happy, but can make somebody else happy. I don't like when people publicly brag about charity and, oh, I did this and, oh, I did this. I don't need to do that because that's not why I do things like that. I do things because I want to try to help people. Like I said, I always feel like I'm trying to reach back and bring people with me. And that's like my friends, my family, it's my fans. Hey, if you guys don't like horror movies, you like me wrestling, watch this fucking horror movie. You know, come with me. Come on this journey with me. So my happiness is related to that. Like when my wife's bummed, I'm bummed. When shit sucks in the world, I'm very empathetic to that, and I'm fucking bummed. And it just sucks that we're in this spot in this country where you don't know what's real and what's true. But I think being nice to the person next to you on the subway is always going to be real, and that's always going to be true. And I think more people just need to do that. And I think it'll be a better, happier place. Like I said, to not make it, political, like the, AEW and NXT are going to go and fucking head to head. That's a plus for everybody in here. That's awesome because you guys get to watch it. Nobody's not, if you guys watch one, you're not going to watch the other, right? You're going to watch everything. So let them pretend like there's some sort of war going on and you guys just get to reap the benefits. I think that's great. Don't fight other people because somebody with more money than you tells you that you have to. It doesn't have to be like that.
Truer words never spoken.